In this video, I want to talk something about one of the most controversial things in the game of Petanque and in life in general, and that's to talk about beliefs. Now, beliefs can be a very powerful or a really, really negative thing, depending on the beliefs that you have in your game about yourself as a player, about your ability, and maybe even about your opposition. So let's start with some of the negative and some of the global beliefs that are put into the game. One that's used an awful lot in the UK by certain people is never shoot with your last ball. It's a very, very bad global belief. And it is one that comes from something in the UK where people play not to lose rather than play to win. There's a very, very different global belief adopted in France, which basically, from what I can gather, comes from Christian Fazino, where if you have a bull that is at the back of, say, a jack, let's pretend this is a jack, if you have a bull that's at the back, you don't shoot it. You point first. Maybe you're going to rest into it. Maybe you get a decent bull to the side, maybe in the front, and then you shoot after. That's a global belief that I see fail so many times here, because in theory, if a bull is 3 to 4 inches in front, 3 to 4 inches to the side, either side, but it's still 3 to 4 inches at the back, yet you shoot the side bull and the front bull, why would you not shoot the back bull? So that's a global belief. Now, let's move on to beliefs you have about yourself as a player and how you can change those beliefs. So if you say, on a regular basis, I always miss to the left. I always point short when it's a high lob at 10 meters. I always lose against John. He's a much better player than me. Whatever the situation is, whatever the belief is, if you keep repeating that, if you keep allowing it to infect your mind, it will keep actually manifesting itself into reality. It will keep happening. The thing is with this is we have this very, very clever brain, acts like a supercomputer. It's like the biggest and best AI, and it filters out all of the stuff that's not important and focuses on what is important. Reticular activating system, it's known as. So what this does is if you constantly say, I'm always short with my high lob, if you constantly say, I always miss to the left, it is going to make sure that your body delivers what you perceive to be important. So you have to get rid of that belief, and then you need to create a new belief. So how do you get rid of beliefs and how do you create new beliefs? Well, let me just drop these. If you think of a table, it generally has 4 legs that support the table and allow you to sit there and write on it, whatever the case may be. If you think of the table as the belief, the legs are the information, the legs are the evidence that hold up that particular table. Now, if you take one of those legs and you attack it with an axe and chop it away, suddenly it's only got 3 legs and the table's likely to fall over. And you can do the same with another axe and you can attack the next leg and the next leg. Suddenly you're chopping away the evidence. Now, what you need to do is take a different table with different legs and find the evidence to support that new belief. So let's say the old belief is I always miss to the left. Your new belief is, which you have to create, you need to change it and say something like, in the past, I always used to miss to the left, but now my game is so much straighter, my shooting is so much better. What you're doing is you're gradually reinforcing a belief from the past. Now is the present, and now I'm looking forward to the future. And once you start doing this, once you start actively thinking in a more positive way, in a way that suits your game, you will gather evidence because you've always had evidence. You haven't always missed to the left. You have hit some bull, but you've just been so focused on those 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 shots in an entire day where you actually have missed to the left that you've forgotten all about the really, really good shots. So what you need to do is find the gold. Use that as evidence for your brand new table and then reinforce it. And then reinforce it with different phrases that work well for you, that will empower your mind to think Even if it isn't actually true that you are a much better player than you are, that you're a much better shooter than you are, that you are the best in your club, the best in your department, the best in your region, the best in your country. If you can do this, if you can start thinking more positively and re-establish a brand new belief with brand new evidence for it, your body, your mind, your myelin, all of your systems will work to produce what you believe. Because the brain, the interesting thing here, this brain, this wonderful supercomputer that we have, doesn't understand or comprehend the difference between actual reality and perceived reality. Let me just phrase that in another way. Actual reality, I shoot, I hit ball. Perceived reality, I hit carrows every single time. There is a difference between the two. One of them you want to achieve and you want to strive for. It's not going to happen. You're not going to hit carrows every time. But if you want to, if you strive to achieve that, if you believe that you can achieve that, there's far more likelihood of it actually happening. So you want to take a dream and turn it into a reality. The only way you can do that is by believing in it first. So be, do, have. You have to believe these things. You have to trust that you can do it. You have to think, I am capable of this. And then you have to back it up. You have to make deposits into the bank of brilliance. The more deposits you put into that bank, the more evidence that you have, the more chance you have of it actually coming true and becoming part of you as a player. So that's the be. Then there's the do. This is part of it where you do those deposits, where you're making the shots, where you're making things happen, where you're finding evidence to back up your hypothesis that you are an amazing shooter. Once you've done all this, once you've done the be, the do, then you have the actual happening, the have part. Now there is a little thing that has to happen before be, do, and have. And that thing goes right the way back to the very beginning of this video, the belief. If you don't believe that you can do these things, if you don't truly believe that you can improve as a player, that you can get better, that you can be the best shooter in your club, in your department, in your country, if you don't believe that, your belief will come true. So you have to work on that. You have to say, no, I may not be right now, but I'm working hard to achieve that, to get there. Because it's quite amazing how much that actually goes on in our brain that produces the outcomes that we either do or don't desire. Have to work really, really hard on it. Drop a comment. Let me know what belief maybe that you have that has hindered your game, what new belief you will adopt going forward. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, turn on notification buttons. And if you like this one, you'll definitely love this one.